Hi, my name is Peyton Adkins. Today I'm going to be giving my intercultural speech. I'm going to be showcasing things that I've learned, experienced, and really understood better over the last few weeks. So, who did I interview? This was my roommate, Jonah Ortiz. He was a teammate, roommate, and a lifelong friend now at this point. Not everyone understands culture, the norms and differences. This is kind of what I've learned over many months living with my roommate and meeting his family. So, what are we going to be going over today? I'm going to be going over the way that my roommate and friend entertained himself, the food and music he listened to, and what he thinks about his culture and my culture and how they relate. So, how did Jonah live, eat, and entertain? For the activities that Jonah did to entertain himself, obviously we were soccer teammates together, so soccer's one of them. Video games, music, movies, and TV shows. I can all attest that he spent a lot of his time doing all of these things. We spent a lot of time playing video games, listening to music, and watching movies and TV shows together. So I also asked him, what did a normal week look like for Jonah? Jonah, whenever we were on campus, we would have very similar work weeks. We would be doing schoolwork, eating in the hall, and practicing or having games, traveling to games. But whenever not on campus, Jonah's spending most of his time with his family, working with his dad. They did construction and concrete. He said he spent a lot of time with his family, whether it was waking up, eating breakfast with them immediately before going out, having dinner when getting home. His family was a big part of his life. Also, spending time with his girlfriend is a big part of his life and his relationship. Also, they took me to Latino festivals. I went to one last year while we were still playing, and it was a good experience. They had a lot of music, authentic food. I actually tried street corn there, and it was amazing. I can relate this to the festival was definitely a lot more high octane than any of the music festivals or stuff I go to, and it made for a very enjoyable experience. So up next is the cuisines and snacks that Jonah would regularly eat. So, what did Jonah like to eat? In my interview I conducted, the consensus I had was tacos, enchiladas, and chili relleno. Tacos and enchiladas I've heard of, obviously, I've eaten a lot of. But the way the authentic tacos that they would eat aren't the same as mine. You know, I would eat with a flour tortilla and ground beef. Usually, he said that they use carne asada, strips, corn tortillas, chopped onions, and pico. And I've had these tacos before. I definitely like them, but this is where I experienced another cultural differences. He also enjoys enchiladas and chili relleno. I've heard of enchiladas, but chili relleno, not really. It's kind of like a stuffed bell pepper. It was quite good. I didn't get to try them with him, but I'll definitely try them one day. So music, we didn't get to talk about music as much as I wanted to, but in our time as roommates, we definitely shared a lot of music together. The two artists that really come to mind that I asked him about was Peso Pluma and Junior H. It's really cool. It's kind of like a string band mix of rap. And I really like string band music, like bluegrass and music like that from here in Kentucky. But this is like, they mix rap into it, and I think it's really cool. So, relating it to my own experiences, I think the tacos were a major difference. You know, obviously, authentic tacos compared to tacos that I make in my own house, they aren't going to be authentic Mexican cuisine. And then music, I think it was similar but different. It was really cool. So, finally, I'm going to end this speech by telling you all how I think that our cultures are alike and different, and how Jonah thought about our cultures. So, how are they alike? Jonah told me that sports, family, and religion are very similar here. Obviously, besides my family is Protestant, his family is Catholic. Those are the only major differences that we share. We spend lots of time with our family, and we have the same interests in sports. Although lots of Americans don't like soccer, don't watch soccer as much. Obviously, I'm an outlier when it comes to that, but we have very similar interests. Bigger differences is food and music. He saw a much bigger difference in the music than I saw, but I think I can agree with him that they're very big differences. Obviously, they aren't the same language, but I could see the music and the roots at least. So, what did he prefer? He prefers the Mexican culture just because that's how he grew up, and I think I can understand this completely. But he definitely appreciates my culture. He told me that he loves the American culture because he's lived here for so long, and it's became a part of him almost. So that was pretty much what he had to say about cultures. So I believe the information I have recorded in this speech will give you insight not only on certain aspects of Mexican culture, but also my roommate's personality. So I want to thank you all for your time, and I want you all to have a good day.